Turn this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll start with a quick throw complete out to the right. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37.
He's brought down.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the gun, here's Watson. It's Waring the tight end with it. Now the ball comes loose, and the Packers pick it up. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Complete.
Not only a fumble loss there, but a fumble lost on your first drive in your own territory.
Now you're dealing with a lot of stuff here because you feel bad going off the field because you gave up the football. How does your own defense feel now having to go out there and stop them when the momentum is clearly shifted in their favor?
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. The first carry now. This is Johnson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
The ball carrier.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he finds Stills, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
A first down carry here for Johnson.
Number 30.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Kenny Clark.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Johnson on the carry.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Inside the 15 he goes. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
From the red zone now, Watson to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Oh, yeah. Here we go again. Here we go again. 58, boys. 58. 58. Come on. So we got
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Preston Smith.
He's brought down.
Able to get him for a loss of about 3. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Out of the gun, Watson. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
Alexander.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give them confidence and let them knock it through.
Tyler Urban on the return. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From From the gun, it's Rodgers. Slant to Adams. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Complete to Devontae.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
The Texans here on third down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
The ball carrier.
It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. And, Charles, you look at this offense, their struggles moving the ball well documented. Dead last in the NFL in first downs, but signs of life there.
Yeah, and you and I do, I think, a really good job of respecting the game and respecting the teams. But this squad, they're in a position now where their fan base gets excited when they pick up a first down. They cheer almost like they picked up a touchdown.
On first down, Rodgers gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones.
Rodgers.
That catch good for only a couple.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Pickup. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. Man open, that's Robert Foster, complete. Touchdown, Packers!
Rodgers pass.
Robert Foster, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead.
For the extra point.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They pitch it out to Johnson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
The ball carrier.
I can't help it. Every time I see Eric Berry make a play, because we just saw him make a tackle there, I just want to stand up and applaud.
Because he went to Tennessee like you?
Well, that doesn't hurt one bit, but how about the comeback? I mean, he came back from beating cancer and getting back to Pro Bowl level, one of the best players in the game.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Over 1st and 10.
And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Got an open man, it's Foster.
Rodgers.
That catch good for only a couple.
Foster. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 34-yard line.
After 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
7, Texans 3.
Eight yards to go on 2nd down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Rodgers, a free play. And this is incomplete, but a flag back at the line of scrimmage. And this could be a 1st down. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Here's a 1st and 10 now after they successfully drew him off sides. After the penalty, it's Jones. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down. And 9 yards to go.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
It's a gain of 8.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on fourth. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Rodgers to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
2nd and 5. At the 6-yard line.
Now the all-time leading rusher at Boston College, it's A.J. Dillon. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's got his man. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's Allen Lazard.
Touchdown.
Allen Lazard. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. It took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not have the balls go through goalposts.
That catch good for only a couple.
25-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Operating from the gun, Watson. Completing it to the right side, Johnson.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
First and 10.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. On first down, it's Johnson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
He was tackled.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Double dog. That's the way. Kill.
From the gun, Watson. He'll drop this down to Johnson underneath. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 44-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
Here I come.
Running from the gun, Johnson. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
It's second and 8.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Second and 8 coming up.
Watch the pass. Right. He's tight right.
Watson to give. This is Johnson. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He finds his target, Fuller. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 29-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
29-yard line.
On first and 10, Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, But I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
34-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, tight that. There you go.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10.
Makes the score Packers 14, Texans 10. Fairbairn to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And you're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it.
He's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
It's
A gain of 32 that time.
First down.
Back in the first quarter, you said it. They need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Rodgers. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing again. Rodgers. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Rodgers to throw once more. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
55. Check 55. Mike. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. 6 guys. Just 6 guys.
Rodgers now on first down. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Throwing is Rodgers. And this is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And 7 yards to go.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's J.K. Scott now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a 1-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
3-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
We got 4. We got 4. Show it up. Show it up. Give me 4.
Now it's Watson, a bootleg. This one brought in by the 6'5" tight end Waring. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. To throw is Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Fuller. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Fuller, a well-executed 22-yard gain.
4 yards. But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Watson on 1st down, letting one go deep for the end zone.
Well, partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Play action, it's Rodgers. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Over 1st and 10. At their own 29-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. after the fumble recovery. It's Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game, and so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's put that team on the hook. Minus 42. Minus 42. Hey, here we go.
From the gun, here's Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Adrian Amos with a pick. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
It shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point up and good by Crosby, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
Johnson. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Johnson, the ball carrier.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. With 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you'll have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did it pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Line 42, line 42. Set the tone, defense.
throw completed by Watson. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. 2nd and 10. Thanks for tagging along with us here from Houston, Texas. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Again, it's Watson. And that is incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they'd place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Defense sinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. On the return comes Cobb. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 22. He'll start with a handoff to Johnson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Good carry and pickup for a first down there by David Johnson, and he has a chance to fill a lot of voids for this Houston Texans team. They lost their 1,000-yard rusher from last year. Carlos Hyde went to Seattle, but back in 2016, David Johnson led the NFL in all-purpose yards with Arizona Cardinals. The Texans will be happy to see that guy all year long.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Watson, he fakes to Johnson and now looks to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
He was covered by...
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Check 42's the mic. Check 42's the mic. You got nothing today. You got nothing.
Throwing again is Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. So Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. 3rd and long. It's Watson. Screenplay. Johnson. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. And we heavy on the end.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. Completes this to Waring. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10.
58, right over there, yeah, Mike, 58.
Here's a quick throw out left, that's caught. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The Texans on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and the Packers pick it up. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, When you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they sit in a good spot, having the ball back after the fumble recovery and up 2 scores in the fourth quarter. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 6-yard line.
Rodgers throwing quickly out to Adams. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's
another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Jones. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey.
To throw again. Watson. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Deshaun Watson.
Dean Lowry coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9.
Brings up 3rd down.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Out of the gun, Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. It's caught. Stills, right side. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Watson. And Stills over the middle. 7 yards the pick up there. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
3 at the 31-yard line.
From the gun, Watson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
3rd down and 3 yards to go.
Mike's 4-2. Mike's 4-2.
Watson looks to throw again. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. That's complete right around the 8. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
It's a loss of
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they try to punch in a late touchdown. To the air yet again, Watson. Toward the pylon, caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. David Johnson. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. There's certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. Watson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
21. Texans.
So just under 2 minutes to play, and this would figure to pretty much be your ball game right here. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 40-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
41 Mike, 41 Mike, right here, 41 Mike. Back to pass. Check foot, check foot.
Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Ball carrier.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Rodgers. Open man here is Foster. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Packers.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Mike, 55. Right there, in the middle, 55.
And they take a knee. Second and 11.
Keep it up, guys. Mark 55, Mark 55. 6 man. Check cross, check cross.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. Rodgers will take a knee here, and that should be all she wrote.
Today's final score.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for Green Bay, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they will head home next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Houston, they drop just their 2nd game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.